To what's going on now, it would have been so easy for me to stop this travesty from happening.
We'll get all of our stuff done. Bang, bang, bang. These guys will never be able to recover. But we got to start with muzzle velocity. So it's got to start. It's got to hammer. It's got to muzzle velocity.
He was the first president elected with the help of a hostile
Why they
foreign
waited
power.
so long to tell people about this if they knew
That's
the
not a
trajectory that it
hoax.
was on?
It's the conclusion of the Republican-led Senate Intelligence Committee and every national security agency. And what did the Russians get helping elect Trump in 2016? Turns out they got a lot.
Yeah, I know I have a debate, but I got to get this fantasy football thing right. Okay.
It's time for Fun with Real Audio, Marco Rubio edition.
What has happened to football in the United States is, again, soccer in the United States. We seem to never call it that because we have a little bit of a conflict with another thing that's called football. But when you think about it, shouldn't it really be called? I mean, this is football. There's no question about it. We have to come up with another name for the NFL stuff. It really doesn't make sense when you think about it. It is really football.
In honor of President Trump's attendance, the NFL made a few adjustments. In the end zones, we changed the divisive end racism to the more positive befriend racism.
I want to talk about Marco Rubio. How did this guy get his job?
More people are free to grow their economies, free to pursue their dreams, free to become prosperous. I left my last page of the speech. Does anybody
Instead
have
of Kendrick Lamar, this year's halftime performance will be Laura Trump and the J6 Choir, the best of Kendrick Lamar.
All right, we have to move on.
I've said several times that no one has died because of the administration's cuts to humanitarian aid and the shuttering the Agency for International Development. A host of international aid organizations have disputed that. They've detailed how many lives have been lost. Also, Nick Kristof of the New York Times on Sunday put up, he said, I also obtained an internal Trump administration memo stating that the cost of shutting down USAID is $6.4 billion over 2 years. That sum could save more than 1 million children's lives. Instead, it is being spent to shut down programs that saves lives.
Integrated into our holistic foreign policy. Now giving their opinion internally. That is not an official document. Internally, that is not an official document. That's someone who didn't agree with our decision. This is not about cutting aid. We're going to do aid.
It does cost
we're
money
give
to
more
shut down
humanitarian
AID.
lives than any other country in the world, and we're going to continue to do it, but we're going to do it the right way and in a responsible way. There's a war going on, and the aid never got to the people. No,
someone's going to die,
George,
aren't they? Well, in the future. But are you standing by that comment? You're saying that no one has died?
No, it's happening now. That's not in the future.
No one
It's
has
happening
died
now.
because
the United States, if we cut $1, somehow we're responsible for some horrific thing that's going on in the world. Is just not true. Beyond that, I would say that in some of these places
well, if that
that they
dollar's
cite,
not going
the
to
reason why
feeding
the aid
someone
didn't
or
get there-
medicine,
No,
someone's
excuse
going to
me, George,
die,
but
aren't
one of
they?
the
Most of it is about Saudi funding and funneling of terrorist money. That's the truth here.
The truth? You can't handle the truth.
We got more people. That's the other fact. Look, and it's, again, we go back to the same point. I'm not going to fall into this trap of the who's bad and who's evil. People can make those conclusions.
Let's not get bogged down with who did what to who.
We can't handle the truth. That's the brilliant subtext of this work. It shows us that the truth has no handles.
And he did have an affinity, there's no question about it, for Ukraine. I said, never let it happen. I said, never let it happen. Better not let it happen.
It's How I Met Your Dictator. Wednesdays at 7, coming this fall on the MAGA Cult Network.
That which